welcome back to my channel. My name is Nani. As you saw by the title, I'm gonna be reading the most popular romance book this week, and I'm so excited because I've been having really good reading months and the past few books that I've read have been good, but I feel like I need some books that are just like top tier, great, 5 stars, making me feel all the feels. Since I'm a mood reader, I wanted to give myself some options, so I went ahead and picked out 5 books that I think are the most popular romance books, at least from what I've seen out there on TikTok and BookTube and just Instagram overall. So the first book that I have as an option is Witcher and Blackbird by Brain Weaver. It's been quite a few weeks that I've been reading this, and I don't know if I just want to read something else and I have other books that I have in mind, or if it's the book itself that maybe it's not doing it for me, and I don't know if it's going to be like a 5-star read, but I still wanted to have it as an option just in case I find the mood to pick it up again and finishing it. The next option is going to be Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. I'm actually almost halfway through this one as well. I am loving this book. I mean, if you see my last video, I was challenging myself to read in the morning before I had to go into work, and after I picked this one up, it was game over for me. I wanted to keep reading it. It is giving me 5-star feel, so I'm really excited to finishing this one. Next option that I have is Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. This is a chunky one, and it's one that I've been looking forward to reading for a while, so I'm really excited to have this one on my TBR this month. I love Lauren Asher, and I've heard many great things about this book, and that is one of her best works, so I'm really excited to see what this one's all about. I believe it's like second chance enemies, but they were like childhood friends to lovers. I don't know, it's a whole thing, so really want to see what this one has to offer. Next option I have is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This is one that I'm really hesitating in picking up because of all the hype that it has and all the great reviews that I've seen. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's putting me off a little bit because I'm scared to go into this with such high expectations and not have it live up to those expectations, especially when it's not really a type of book that I gravitate towards to, because it's a paranormal romance. It's about a vampire and an alpha werewolf, and I think it's a marriage of convenience to kind of strengthen the alliance between the two. So sounds very interesting. Again, I've heard many great things. This might be a good pick for this video, but we'll see. And my last option is Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is one of my most anticipated reads for the year, so I think I know I'm gonna pick this one for this video. I'm just really excited. I've heard many great things about this series. So these are the options that I have for today's video. I am really excited about all of these. I think the ones I'm gravitating towards the most right now are Archer's Voice, because I really want to finish that one soon, and Flawless by Elsie Silver. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see kind of what it gravitates towards, if I end up finding a 5-star. Let me know if you read any of these, if you have any favorites out of this stack, and yeah, just let me know your thoughts. So I'm on page 126, and they're talking about cutting Archer's hair because apparently he's a little crazy with the appearance. Bree's asking him if he wants a haircut because she brought like scissors and stuff, and you know, she's not a professional hairdresser or anything, but she used to cut her dad's hair, and the way that Archer's is reacting to this is filling up my love cup. Like, oh, he's just so sweet, and I don't know how people can judge him and treat him the way that he's been treated. Like, what I've read from Archer, it's just pure sweetness and wholesomeness. So Okay, this haircut scene is like really heating up. So I feel like Mia Sheridan has done a really great job at leaving us with the right amount of tension and build up in the slow burn parts of things. And something so simple as this haircut scene is like really heating up and making me feel all the feels. So I'm really excited to see how this one progresses. On page 148, and I just want to come here and say that I really don't like that Victoria character. Yeah, that's all. That's all I want to say. I do not like her. All right, so my baby woke up, so I'm gonna take a little break. I did leave in the middle of a chapter because she woke up literally in the middle of a chapter, but that's okay. She did really good in her nap. She slept like about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, so really proud of her. I think that's the most she slept. So super happy that I was able to read. I left off on about page 206, I think it was. So I was able to read around 80 pages. I'm really enjoying this book. The pages that I read made me super upset because that Victoria character and also Travis, like, don't like them at all. We'll see. I know, right? I know, right? We'll see what happens with that. I mean, I feel like Archer and Bree have formed like a really good foundation in their relationship. Yeah, I'm just really loving it. It's giving me 5-star feel, so we'll see what happens. I do want to continue reading it today, so I'm gonna give my baby something to eat. I'll probably grab something for myself. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. What a night. I finished Archer's Voice last night. I stayed up, I think until about midnight or so finishing it. So I'm a little sleepy and it's gonna be a great day today at work. But really, I don't even know where to start, to be honest, with this book. If you follow me on social media, you already know the rating that I gave it. This book made me feel so many different emotions. Like, I was happy, I was smiling, but then at parts I was upset and mad, and I almost cried. I'm not a big crier, so it's really, really tough for me or for something to make me cry. But the fact that I was like this close to crying at some points, like, this book has my heart. So if you haven't guessed it by now, it is a 5-star. I could give it 10 stars if I could. I loved it. All I can say is if you haven't read it, read it. Like, it is so healing. Even I feel like I was healed through Bree's and Archer's story, both individually but also together. And yeah, just a great book. Really, really liked it. What you saw me doing earlier was I was highlighting one of the last quotes. It says, "The loudest words are the ones we live." I could go on and on about this book. I really loved it. I'm super happy and super excited that this was the greatest read that I've had so far. It's really in par for me with The Deal by Elle Kennedy, because this is my all-time favorite book, and Archer's Voice is giving it a run for its money. So we'll see what happens later on as I keep processing the books. I'm excited to see which one would be my favorite read of the year, because again, this is my all-time favorite book, so I'm excited to see if Archer's Voice would knock it out and take its place. It has a lot of potential to do that, but we'll see. I'm not there yet because I just really attached to this series and these characters in particular, so it's gonna be a tough one. So picking up my next book, I'm between Flawless by Elsie Silver and Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. Small town cowboy romance. I think it's enemies to lovers and forbidden love, I want to say. And this one, childhood friends to enemies to lovers type deal. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Flawless by Elsie Silver. It's just one that I've just been excited to read ever since I've been seeing it around, and I bought it and I just kind of, I don't know why I just put it off, but I think this is gonna be the next pick. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my kitchen. I am making some breakfast, so I thought I could also use this time to give you a quick update. So, currently reading Flawless by Elsie Silver. I am on page 78. I am loving it. I even said again to my husband, I think this might be another 5-star. And it's just the feeling that I'm getting while I'm reading it. Like, one of my favorite tropes is enemies to lovers. However, I've noticed in some of the recent books that I've read that it's done very enemies to lovers. I guess it's just such a popular trope that everyone's trying to do it, but not everyone does it right. Because for me, enemies to lovers is two people that actually not necessarily hate each other, but they just can't see eye to eye. And that's what Red and Summer are in this one. So I am enjoying their banter, and I really feel like it's truly an enemies to lovers. Correct me if I'm wrong. That is an enemies to lovers, right? I hope that's the trope in this book, or that's how it's reading. Yeah, so far I am loving it. I can't wait to see where it goes because I know it has I think the one bed trope, which I eat those up. I'm also kind of craving to pick another book to read side by side with Flawless by Elsie Silver, and the two that I'm gravitating towards the most are Bride by Ali Hazelwood and Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I've just seen a lot of reading vlogs of both of these, so I'm starting to get excited and desperate to get this read. But I think I might start with Bride by Ali Hazelwood as well and see if I can at least read some pages and try to get into the story. But I also really want to read Magnolia Parks. I will have a reading vlog for Magnolia Parks, so I'm gonna do my best to put this one off. And yeah, I'm gonna start Bride. My brain is just like mush right now. I'm gonna start Bride and then I'll start Magnolia Parks after, so that way I can do that reading vlog and go from there. Good afternoon, happy Sunday. What a morning. So I am gonna see if I can do this quick update while my toddler is asleep. As you saw in the previous clips, I stayed up pretty late reading Flawless by Elsie Silver. That's why I'm on my second cup of coffee today, which I'm not sure is a good idea, but I'll deal with that later. I also love this mug. My husband got it for me at Target, emotional support coffee. Yep, I can definitely agree with that. Anyways, man, I did a nap. I made myself a white mocha, and I've been using the Chobani creamers. I wasn't really a creamer person, to be honest, before. Just simple coffee, milk, and any type of like syrup from time to time would be like my go-tos, but that creamer is really, really good. I just got the regular one. Anyways, let's talk about books. Finished Flawless. By the way, if you hear my dog whining in the background, my husband just left to do some things and he's missing him. It's been like that for the past like 10 minutes and I need to get this done because my toddler's gonna wake up in a few minutes. So that's just the chaos of my life. So welcome. Flawless by Elsie Silver. I ended up finishing it this morning around like 10 a.m. and I loved it. It's not a 5-star. I already know that for sure, but I loved everything about it. And I think my favorite part of this book was the actual enemies to lovers trope. I think I was saying this earlier that sometimes the trope is enemies to lovers, but it's just kind of like 2 or 3 pages of enemies to lovers that they hate each other and then all of a sudden they're in love with each other for the rest of the book. For me, that doesn't count as enemies to lovers, but I think this book did an amazing job at portraying that enemies to lovers. How many times have I said enemies to lovers? But Anyways, I've never read a bull rider, country, small town. I've read small town books before, but I don't think I've ever read like a bull rider type. So that was very interesting and it was actually pretty cool. I'm into it. So if there's any other recommendations out there, leave them in the comments below. I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what else to say other than I really loved it. It's not a 5-star, but I really, really loved it. And the reason I say it's not a 5-star is because I already have a 5-star, which is Archer's Voice, who we'll talk a little bit more in a second. But I didn't get the same feeling that I got while reading Archer's Voice in this one. So that's why I'm not inclined to give it a 5-star. 4.5 is good. Yesterday we went to a cookie bar that recently opened in the Orlando area. I am not a read in the car person because for me the car, I love to sing and I love to just talk with my husband while we're driving. I told him like, hey, do you mind if I continue reading my book? So really says a lot about how much I actually enjoyed it. I really want to continue with the, what's the series called? Chestnut Springs series. Wow. I really want to continue with the Chestnut Springs series, and the next one is Heartless. I think that's Kate's. There's a bonus chapter or sneak peek or whatever, and I think the next one is going to be Kate, which in this book I actually enjoyed his character, so I'm excited that that's the next book that we have on this series because he is a grumpy man. So I don't know if that says that it's going to be maybe a grumpy sunshine trope. I'll find out because I'm definitely gonna pick it up. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. Let's do a quick recap though. So the first book that I finished for this video was Archer's Voice by me and Sheridan. I think I've talked about this book enough in this video, but I just can't control it. Like it's such a great book. Even at my work, I kept telling my coworkers, hey, you want a recommendation? Archer's Voice. I read Archer's Voice today. Archer's Voice, Archer's Voice, Archer's Voice. I'm sure I was annoying, but I don't care. I love this book and I want everyone to know about this book. Needless to say, I give this one 5 stars. Loved it. The next book, I just talked about it. Flawless by Elsie Silver, 4.5 star. Pretty solid read. Loved it. I recommend it. Overall, I'd say it was a pretty amazing reading week, so I'm really happy about that. Previous time that I updated, I believe I said I was between Bride and Magnolia Parks, but my heart and my soul and my everything, it's pulling me to pick up Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I think I'm ready for this one. I feel like I'm second guessing myself now, but I think I'm ready for this one. I'm actually gonna do a whole reading vlog for this book. So yeah, look forward to that. Make sure that you subscribe and like this video and comment down below a cowboy emoji. I think it's the little smiley face with the cowboy hat. I'm gonna end the vlog here. I hope you'll have a great day and I will see you in the next one.
You don't need to be Prince Charming to me.